nagsasalita ka na para kang, sorry sir, nagtatanga-tangahan. Salamat po sir. Pasensya na sir.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, I personally take offense of that comment, sir. I actually just did my duty, sir. At the time, sir, I believe na yun po yung kailangan
Senator Judge
kong
Marcos,
gawin.
Senator Judge Rafi
Thank you.
Tulfo, you are recognized, sir. You may proceed when you're ready, and you have 2 minutes.
Mr. Witness, sakitin ba ang marami sa inyo mga informants? May mga malalang sakit ba sila?
Sir, that I would have no personal knowledge po, sir.
You should. Kasi ito, ang dami. 170,000, 50,000, 200,000 each informant. So para mabigyan nyo ng napakalaking halaga bawat isang informant pambili ng gamot, dapat magtataka ka. Anong gamot kayong bibili nito? Bilang isang intelihenteng tao, I know you're very intelligent, you're very smart. Did you not try to ask? O at least nagtaka? Baka may rheuma, arthritis, nagpapakimo, should have asked. At kung mga bata nga, inquisitive yung mga bata, anong gamot ang bibilin mo? Paghingan mo ng pera ng bata, kunyari, Toy, pahingin pera, bili akong gamot. Anong gamot bibilin mo, kuya? Bata yun ha, grade 1. Ikaw pa kaya? Why?
At the time po, sir, I did not ask anymore kay Colonel Chica, sir.
Why not?
Because, sir, I already gave I trusted what the security officer mentioned to me, sir.
But it is your responsibility to know. Kasi ikaw ang pumipirma dun sa AOM.
Sir, in terms of the responsibility to know, sir, I'm not sure, sir, if I'm the one who's responsible to know, sir. But the
So
task
you're
to
not
me,
sure. That means, ayoko nang gumamit ng pangsalita. It's unbelievable. It defies logic talaga, really, sir. You're not really making sense at all. Anyway, move on tayo. Yung, alam mo naman sa DOH, nagbibigay ng libreng gamot. Meron
Yes,
kayong mga medical assistance program.
Yes, sir.
Oh, ba't di nila kayo humingi sa DOH? In fact, by the hundreds of millions and billions, nag-expire lang dyan sa bodega ng DOH, natatapon lang. Sayang. So dapat humingi na lang kayo sa DOH. Bigyan nyo lahat ng informant nyo ng kung anong klaseng gamot. Libre pa. Nakalibre kayo.
The wisdom behind how the confidential funds were implemented, sir, I cannot answer, sir, because again, sir, I am not the main implementer for the said activities.
Kaya
sir.
nga, Mr. Smart Guy, nung makita mo na ang dami mga informant na binigyan ng mga hundreds of thousands each para sa gamot, you could have asked La Chica and said, La Chica, bakit di tayo pumunta sa DOH, maghingi tayo ng gamot para makalibre, makatipid tayo sa confidential funds? Libre naman sa DOH. Pag Office of the President maghingi, may budget, meron kayo allocation doon, I'm sure. In fact, sa Davao, ginagawa nyo na yun eh.
Sir, that I cannot answer, sir.
So again, it defies logic. Hindi po kapani-paniwala ang mga pinagsasabi mo. Sir, for me, it really defies logic. Sayang po yung pagkatalino mo rito. Nasira po yung pagiging isang matalino mong tao. Nakakahiya po dun sa mga eskwelahan na kung saan ka nag-aral at nag-graduate. Because ngayon, pinakita mo na nagsasalita ka na para kang, sorry sir, nagtatanga-tangahan. Salamat po sir. Pasensya na sir.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Your Honor, I personally take offense of that comment, sir. I actually just did my duty, sir. At the time, sir, I believe na yun po yung kailangan kong gawin bilang isang empleyado po, sir. And I did my work, sir, based on what was tasked of me, sir, including the limitations that I can do to the duty that I will be doing, sir.
So you're talking about limitation. Ikaw ang deputy COS and then malapit ka kay VP Sara and then pirma mo ang nakasaad doon sa AOM. So karapatan mo po magtanong. Okay? Now, you're talking about taking offense. Paano naman po yung mga taong bayan? They're being offended sa paglulustay nyo ng pera. Lumilito na parang nilulustay ang pera dito eh. Pera ng taong bayan po ito ang pinag-uusapan natin. If you're taking offense, mas lalo pong offended ang napakaraming Pilipino ngayon. Kasi hindi mo pa naibibigay ang tamang sagot. Pero kung naibigay mo ng magandang sagot, logical na sagot, then mawawala po yung sama ng loob ng taong bayan sa inyo.
Sir, with all due respect, sir, I believe, sir, this matter of the confidential fund, sir, is still pending the final decision, sir. We are currently still submitting our motion for reconsideration on this one, sir, and we still have not received any final reply on this one.
What I'm talking about, sir, is yung mga sagot niyo po, it defies logic para sa isang matalinong tao. Kasi kung ako, sir, pinesenta sa akin yung mga ganong klaseng dokumento at nagtanong ako at hindi nasagot ng maayos, I will resign. Kaysa naman makulong ako. Kaysa naman maipit ako ngayon tulad nangyari sa'yo at saka mga previous witnesses. Di ba? Dalawa lang yun eh. Patuloy kang magbubulag-bulagan, pirma ka lang ng pirma dyan, nakapikit. Pero ang consequence yan, maaari kang makulong, maaari kang makasuhan. Anything can happen. Or, mag-resign ka na lang. Kung ako, I will resign. Mapapahama ka ko dyan, ba't ako pipirma dyan? Bakit ako pipirma sa mga nakalagay pagong, piatos, pikit, etc., kung ano pa mga kengkoy na mga pangalan? I would not consent to that. Outright sabihin ko, pag hindi nyo ipaliwanag sa akin yan, I will resign. Period. Thank you po.
That was not a question, Mr. Orton, you need to answer. With the permission of Senator Judge Tulfo, may the chair replace the word nagtatanga-tangahan with feigning ignorance on the record? I see Senator Judge Tulfo nodding. So let the records so reflect the statement feigning ignorance in lieu of the Tagalog word mentioned earlier. Yes, Senator Judge Pangilinan is recognized. You have 2 minutes, sir. You may proceed when you're ready.
Yes, thank you. Before my time is begins to run, can we have a request for the uploading of third quarter to, no? Yeah, okay. Again, good afternoon, Mr. Ortonio. This is the accomplishment report for the third quarter of 2023, July 14 to September 30. Now, it appears here wala na yung 40 million pesos worth of medicines. Correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Meron siya nung last quarter, meron siya nung first quarter, meron siya nung second quarter. Pero nung third quarter, wala na. Sabi mo kanina dahil yun ang hinihingi nung mga informant. So, nung third quarter, wala nang hiningi. Ano yun? Gumaling na silang lahat?
That I cannot, again, sir, I cannot answer, sir.
Yes. At hindi ba you received the AOM on October? Sometime in October?
October 4, 2023, sir.
Ito, October 9. So doon sa October 4, when you receive the AOM, nandun na yung findings na dinidisallow or pinapa-submit ang additional documents. Tama? For medicines, etc.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. So, mukhang hindi gumaling lahat nung binibigyan ng gamot. Ang nangyari, mukhang dahil nakita ninyo yung AOM at ipinagbabawal, binago ninyo. Tama po ba yun?
Sir, again, sir, I cannot answer kung binago yung accomplishment report, sir, because it's something that I personally did not prepare also,
Okay.
sir.
Now, I move on to another point. Sabi nyo, nung natanggap nyo yung AOM, you went point by point sa mga issues, tama?
Yes, sir.
Ang tanong, bakit di nyo binuksan yung sealed envelope dun sa ARs? Kasi andun lahat ng mga acknowledgement receipt. Bawal ba?
Sir, I did not open, sir, because at the time, sir, the AOM indicated that we submit we are requested to submit the documentary evidence of payments. And
that is the acknowledgement receipts. That is
Acknowledgement
what you are being required to submit.
to submit, sir.
So
Yes,
should
sir.
you not have gone through the acknowledgement receipts to check, because you're being asked to submit the documentary evidence of payment and to check if the ARs are actually documentary evidence acceptable?
Sir, yun na po yung nabigay sa akin ng special disbursing officer, sir. So,
No, okay. The question is, why didn't you open the envelope?
sir, I did not open anymore, sir, because at the time, sir, I also have a designation as
Were you instructed not to open it?
Sir, as liaison officer kasi, sir, I am not in the position, sir, to open yung sealed na
But you were
DEP, sir.
instructed to submit documentary evidence of payment. So you, in other words, you complied without going through the documentary evidence of payment? How can you now tell if it was documentary evidence of payment that you were submitting when you did not open the envelope? What were you submitting?
I personally did not open it anymore,
That's why,
sir.
but you were being required by COA to submit, to comply. So
Yes,
are
sir.
you would you say that was substantial compliance?
Sir, yun po kasi yung na-require ng AOM, sir. So we submitted the documentary evidence
Kasi ang
of payment.
sitwasyon dito, dahilan mo o depensa mo na hindi mo na tiningnan o hindi mo nakita. Pero tama bang depensa yun? Na hindi mo nakita kaya hindi mo masasagot? Kasi ganun din ang sinabi mo, wala ako doon, wala ako sa ground, I'm not in the implementation, kaya hindi ko masagot. Is that compliance with, the requirements of COA?
Sir, the duty po, sir, to ensure that the
There was
DEPs
nothing to stop you from opening the envelope, right? There was nothing.
Sir, the JC, sir, indicates, sir, that there are only certain individuals who have access
You could
to
get
the-
clearance, could you?
Sir, that's
course.
what
Of course you can.
I did not ask anymore, sir, because I parang respectfully inacknowledge ko na kung ano yung nakalagay sa JC, sir.
In other words, you really did not go point for point as you earlier said, or testified to. Kasi pag sinabi mo we went point for point, parang masinop yung naging trabaho ninyo. Di ba? Thorough. Point for point. Pero ang lumalabas dito ngayon, hindi nyo binuksan yung documentary evidence of payment, hindi nyo binusisi. Di ba? Sinabmit lang ninyo. Again, we're talking of hundreds of millions of pesos. And I'd like to think, being an intelligent Ateneo graduate, diba, that you would have exercised greater diligence as you tried to monitor, check on, supervise financial services head how government money was being spent. Yun ang tinatanong ng mga kababayan natin. Mahirap paniwalaan, I'll wrap it up here, na kayo ay gumastos ng 122 million para sa gamot na reward dahil nag-surveillance yung mga informant at nabigyan ng reward at hiningi nila gamot at hindi niyo binigyan ng gamot, binigyan niyo ng pera para sila nang bibili ng gamot. Sabi niyo usual yun.
Kindly wrap up, Senator Judge Pangilinan.
No further questions, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Judge Pangilinan. Finally, Senate President Gatchalian,
Thank you.
and then Senator Judge Padilla.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
wrap it up.
Merong binabasa ko itong reply ninyo, Mr. Ortonio, to COA, dated November 30, 2023. At nakasulat dito, I'll flash it on the screen. Paki-flash na lang. Hence, the 125 million CF was fully utilized for expenses planned, implemented, and paid during the 3-month period covering October to December 2022. So, sino nagbayad ng 125 million in advance?
Sir, there was no payment in advance that was made, sir. All payments were made between the period of December 21 to December 31, sir.
But very clear kasi dito na binayaran na siya paid 3 months in advance. In fact, mayroon pa siyang months. And ito yung kadugtong ng sinabi ng ating presiding officer, obligation incurred. So, ang basa ko dito, nabayaran na siya. Kaya reimburse na lang ng 125 CF.
Sir, if I may be allowed, sir, to clarify, Your Honor, yung parang explanation from yesterday, sir. For the period of October to December 2022, sir, based on the information that was shared by the security officer, once we have already submitted yung PFP sometime in September, the security team, sir, meaning si Colonel Chica, sir, already made coordination with informants or agents on the ground. As to the extent of the coordination that they did, sir, I am not privy to that anymore. However, when we received the SARO in December 13, 2022, which already indicates that we already have the funding for the confidential funds, that's the time that they were able to make definitive agreements with the informants on the ground. And once the payment, once the check has been encashed already, that's the time that payments were made between the period of December 21 to 31.
Mas realistic pa kasi kung in advance tapos reimburse kaysa 125 million gagastusin in 11 days. So mas realistic pa nga itong explanation ninyo kaysa doon sa 11 days na gagastusin. And we're talking about 845 acknowledgement receipts scattered all over the country. Kaya itong explanation ninyo mas realistic pa, albeit although violation ng joint circular.
So I'd like to point out lang, Your Honor, that there were no reimbursements made, sir, based on what was relayed to me, sir. There was no reimbursements
But
made,
this was
sir.
information relayed to you by La Chica.
Colonel Chica, sir.
And itong si Colonel La Chica, kanina naririnig ko, hindi nyo alam yung direct na ginagawa niya, hindi rin alam ni Acosta. So, sino lang nakakaalam sa opisina ninyo tungkol sa confidential operations or itong paggastos, yung paggastos ng confidential operations?
For the confidential operations, sir, again, sir, I have no personal knowledge, sir. I would assume, sir, because meron po siyang designation from our head of agency, then the reportorial duties, I would presume, would be directly to the head of agency.
Which is si Vice President Sara.
Which is
So
the head
dalawang
of
tao
agency.
lang sa opisina ninyo, si Vice President Sara at si Colonel Chica lang ang alam kung paano gastusin itong 500 million.
Sir, I would have no personal knowledge again, sir, kung sila lang pong dalawa, sir.
Kasi ikaw yung gumawa nung reply, pero galing sa Colonel Chica yung information, si Gina naman kahapon, ganun rin, hindi rin niya alam. So I'm trying to understand sino nakakaalam nung paggastos ng 500 million dahil hindi siya maliit na pondo eh. No, but based on your information, dalawang tao lang ang parang nakakaalam nito. No? Si Vice President at si Colonel Chica. My last question, Mr. Presiding Officer. Kanina nasabi nyo na based sa information, meron pang mga tao si Colonel Chica. Tinransfer ni Acosta yung pera, or dinisburse ni Acosta yung pera kay Colonel Chica. And si Colonel Chica, dinisburse niya ulit dito sa mga tao niya. So, double handling ang nangyari dito sa pera. So paano natin malalaman kung talagang yung pera ay pumunta sa mga activities o tao na kailangan puntahan dahil ni yung accountable officer hindi niya na alam kung paano na disburse yung pera doon sa mga informants. Anong kwento sa'yo ni Colonel Chica na umabot talaga dito sa mga informants?
Sir, based on what was shared to me, sir, Ms. Gina Acosta disbursed the amount to the security officer and then the security officer implemented it on the ground.
Yeah, but violation na kasi in disbursement to Colonel La Chica eh. And then there's another violation na from Colonel La Chica to some people who disperse the amounts. Ibig ko sabihin, ang daming taong humahawak ng pera bago umabot sa mga informants. So, in that sense, ang daming violation o tinakbuhan ng pera. So, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Senate President. With the indulgence of Senator Judge Padilla, Senator Judge Camille Villar will be availing for a first round opportunity to interject. So I will recognize her first. Again, with your indulgence, Senator Judge Padilla, I see you nodding. Senator Judge Camille Villar, you may proceed when you're ready. You have 2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Good afternoon po, Mr. Ortonio.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Maayong hapon.
So, mayong hapon din. I just have a few clarificatory questions for you, if you don't mind. Tama po ba kayo ang Assistant Chief of Staff ng OVP?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
And kayo po ang sumagot dun sa AOM na pinadala ng COA. Kayo po yung nag-prepare ng report.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, and ano yung what was the process in which that you did that? Or what were the things that you had to do? You prepared the AOM, you consulted with...
Nung na-receive po yung AOM, ma'am, I informed the Chief of Staff and the Vice President. And from there was an instruction to me to coordinate with the Special Disbursing Officer and the Security Officer, which I did also, ma'am. And then from their replies, ma'am, I drafted, the response, and then I submitted the reply for final approval to the head of agency.
And of course, in your capacity as the Assistant Chief of Staff and in your own capacity, sa inyo pong palagay ay nagampanan nyo naman yung inyong role dito sa prosesong ito at nagawa nyo naman adequately yung report.
Yes, at the time, ma'am, yes, I would say so, ma'am, because from the issues that were raised
Yes.
in the AOM and in the NS, marami pong mga concerns or issues na natanggal po doon sa final na natanggal doon sa notice of disallowance that we received.
Okay, and lahat yung mga requirements naman ay na-fulfill nyo naman dun sa report, right? A majority of it.
Yes, lahat po ng mga concerns that were raised, we were able to provide answers and supporting documents.
And doon po sa AOM, anywhere in the AOM did it say that there was a misuse or misappropriation of the funds?
No, there was no mention po, ma'am.
Okay, and are the findings of the AOM final?
No, ma'am. It is subject for comments, ma'am. And right now, for motion for reconsideration.
Okay. Yun lamang po. Maraming salamat. Daghang salamat po. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Senator
Honor.
Judge
Thank you, Mr.
Camille
Ortonio.
Villar.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Senator Judge Padilla, you
Maraming
may
salamat
proceed
po.
with your interjection, sir. You have 2 minutes.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong tagapamahal ng hukom. Tuloy ko lang po yung ating tanungan. Opo. Pagkatapos po niyong sumagot, pwede pong pati na rin sa depensa. Meron din po akong tanong. Opo. Kanina po, nahinto tayo kay
Before
Marshal
you continue,
Bonifacio.
Senator Judge Padilla, next time, Attorney Christine, do you need a platform similar to it was Senator Lor it was Attorney Lorna first asked for it, but I noticed the prosecution has one. Would you wish one to be provided for you at a future time, Attorney Christine, or
Yes, Your
the
Honor.
side of the respondents?
Yes, Your Honor. I would appreciate having that platform too.
Okay.
Thank you.
In the next hearing, Attorney Christine. Yes, Senator Judge Padilla, you may
Opo.
proceed.
Balikan ko po, naputol po tayo kanina. Opo. Naniniwala po ba kayo na ang confidential fund para yaan po ay makakuha tayo ng impormasyon para makasave ng buhay, para makakaroon tayo ng law and order?
If used properly, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Opo. Kayo po, sa defense, naniniwala po ba kayo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Opo. Kung sa palagay niyo po, nung panahon na si Marshal Bonifacio ay may confidential fund at nalaman niya na merong magtatangka sa kanyang buhay, sa palagay niyo po ba buhay pa si Senator Benigno Aquino ngayon?
Well, assuming, Your Honor, that the foreign occupants were those lone threats to his life, then probably yes, Your Honor.
Salamat po. Kayo po.
Actually, Your Honor, okay. I'm not aware really of the circumstances during that time, Your Honor. So
Okay.
I cannot really comment intelligently on that. Yes, opo. Yes, Your
Opo.
Honor.
Sige. Si Marshal Bonifacio po ang may tuturing natin nagbigay ng daan para sa people power. Yung kanya pong pagkamatay. Opo. Siya po ay na-assassinate. Opo. Sa palagay niyo po ba kung meron siyang confidential fund nung panahon na yon, ay nagkaroon siya ng information na merong assassination na magagawa sa kanya?
Likely, Your Honor.
Okay. Salamat po. Pangalawang tanong po. Palagay niyo po ba kung meron confidential fund si former Senator Angara na sa ngayon ay sekretary ng DepEd, maaari po bang napigil niya ang mga shooting incident sa mga paaralan?
I cannot speculate.
Wala pong speculation.
I
Sa tingin lang po niyo,
apologize,
kung
Your Honor, I
meron
cannot
siyang...
speculate.
Sabi niyo po kasi kanina, sumang-ayon po kayo, kung may confidential fund, maaring makapigil, makapagbigay ng kapayapaan, law and order. Sa palagay niyo po ba, kung meron siyang confidential... Ano lang naman po yun? Yes or no? Kung hindi po kayo naniniwala, ay hindi, no?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, salamat po. Kayo po.
It can, Your Honor, if the purpose of the confidential fund is to conduct surveillance, Your Honor, on the threats.
So, kinda.
Yes.
Tama ba yung aking diction? Kinda. Salamat po. Salamat po. Sa isa po sa ating saksi. Naniniwala po ba kayo na hindi pa naman talaga natapos ang investigasyon ng COA dito patungkol sa sinasabing akusasyon sa ating Vice President?
Yes, sir. Nasa stage pa po, sir, ng submission of yung decision for the motion for reconsideration. So I would say that it's not yet final,
Hindi
sir.
po siya final. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you, Senator Judge Padilla. Senator Judge Lacson, you have 2 minutes, sir. You may proceed when you're ready.
Very quick.
Thereafter, Senator Marcos, and then we're through.
Very quickly lang, Mr. Presiding Officer. Ano na po yung status ng security classification noong inyong PFP covering the PAPs, programs, activities, projects na socio-economic at saka good governance?
Sorry,
Including, ano yung present security classification? Has it been declassified or is it still classified information?
Sir, I would have no idea po, sir. First,
Teka muna, terminated na po ba yung PFP? Terminated na, tapos na.
if in terms of the activities, sir, I would assume, sir, na tapos na po siya, sir.
Therefore, kung tapos na, declassified na.
As to the terminology, sir, unfortunately,
Declassified meaning hindi na ito classified information. You know, I'm trying to drive at this scenario, no? Kasi ang dami sa amin nagtataka talaga. Totoo ba talaga yung mga aliases? Totoo ba nakatanggap sila ng reward, ng informants money, para lang matapos na yung aming panghula? Baka pwedeng maipresenta all the documents relative to the PAPs, relative to the PFP, relative to the expected outcome, para lang makapag-decision kami. Kasi sa ngayon nanguhula kami, saan ba napunta yung pera? Possible po ba yun? I'm also addressing that to the presiding officer. Is it possible for the court to issue subpoena ducis tecum just to settle this issue once and for all para makita natin saan ba talaga napunta yung pera so we can have informed decision at the proper time. Ngayon hula kami ng hula eh. Alam niyo Mr. Ortonio, no? Misuse sa akin yung misuse maski masama yung connotation legally na misuse mo pero hindi mo binulsa, probably pwedeng patawarin siguro ng mga kababayan natin, di ba? Naawa ka doon sa mga pulis, sa mga sundalo na misuse mo kasi hindi intended doon sa item sa GAA. Pero tinulungan mo kasi marami nagkakasakit, naulanan, naarawan. Sa akin medyo maunawaan pa ng publiko. Although, I'm not saying na hindi violation ng law kasi may technical malversation. But in the eyes of the public, pagka na-misuse pero hindi naman ibinulsa, medyo subdued ng konti yung galit. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
To respond, as a general rule, the court should sit as a passive body, Senator Judge Lacson, and leave it up to the prosecution to subpoena documents they deem necessary to prove their case. However, the court is not without any power after both counsels have presented their respective evidences in chief to call a witness, recall a witness, call a witness that was not called by either or named by either party, and subpoena documents in connection with the subpoena ad testificandum ducis tecum may also be issued, citing as basis City of Cebu versus GACO, AMRTJ 82111, and People versus Valera, GR number 2028-6. So at the appropriate time, Senator Lacson, the court can avail of that power.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, for the response. Kasi para hindi na tayo nanguhula lahat ito, 20 ilan tayo rito. Hindi natin alam kung talaga saan napunta yung pera. Of course, there's a presumption na nagamit na maayos. But still, there's that doubt. You cannot remove that because of the so many issues na lumabas dito sa aming trial. And we want to be satisfied. After all, we'll be deciding on the basis of evidence and kung anong tingin namin, kung ano yung tama o ano yung mali. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
We reserve that right. The court reserves that right, Senator Judge Lacson. Finally, Senator Judge Marcos for her interjection.
Yes, maraming salamat. At naintriga lang ako sa nasabi kanina, no? What's the documentary evidence of payment? Sa palagay ninyo, ano yung katibayan na nabayaran at hindi?
For the documentary evidence of payment po, we submitted the acknowledgement receipts.
Yung AR pa rin. In the context of rewards and incentives, what's the documentary evidence of payment?
Based on my understanding, ma'am, acknowledgement receipts.
AR din. Wala talagang resibo, walang voucher, walang invoice. Ganun po ba?
Ang understanding ko po, ma'am, it's the acknowledgement receipts, ma'am, can suffice, ma'am.
And COA did not require OVP to submit what was inside that sealed envelope. Nasabi nga ninyo kanina, yung AR lang ang binuksan nyo, hindi na tinignan yung sealed envelope. Kasi ba hindi required ng COA yun?
Ma'am, when we submitted the initial po na comment ng COA is that we submit documentary evidence of payment to include also either ARs or official receipts. We submitted po ARs as documentary evidence of payment, and in the notice of disallowance po, there was no concern anymore in terms of the acknowledgement receipts, ma'am.
So inasmuch as yung COA did no longer ask for other documentation aside from the AR and the other documents submitted, is that the reason kung bakit hindi na niyo binuksan yung sealed envelope?
Ma'am, at the time, ma'am, when I submitted the documents, ma'am, and it was sealed, ma'am, as the role of the liaison officer, ma'am, who will transmit documents to the Commission on Audit, there is no specific na provision, ma'am, that the liaison officer needs to open it. I just need to transmit the documents to the Commission on Audit.
Thank you very much. At yun nga ang gusto ko i-clarify. Hindi na kinailangan buksan yung sealed envelope. Dahil yun nga yung AR at yung mga dokumentong nabigay, yun na yung katibayan na nabayaran. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Thank you, Senator Judge Marcos. Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo.
I know, Mr. Presiding Officer, we're in a hurry now, pero just a quick manifestation, Mr. Presiding
Yes,
Officer.
you may proceed.
Sir,
Senator Judge
may
Tulfo.
I once again encourage both counsels, the prosecution and the defense, to consider presenting the individual who appears to be the missing link in these testimonies we have heard so far. Ilang araw na po ito, Colonel La Chica, Colonel La Chica, La Chica, La Chica. Even Colonel La Chica, sa mga TV po kanina, kagabi, willing po siya mag-testify dito. Maging si Defense Secretary, sabi niya gano'n, pinaubayan na namin sa Senate, si Colonel La Chica. I understand, Mr. Presiding Officer, we cannot compel him to appear, but he has been repeatedly named by several witnesses, and it may be helpful to this court to hear directly from that individual so that gaping holes in the testimony may be clarified and the facts may be properly connected. I'm sure lahat po na Senator judges would like to ask him, ano ba? Saan mo ba dinala? Totoo bang inutusan ka ni BP? O sarili mo lang yan, binulsa mo? I have a lot of questions, Mr. Presiding Officer. That's why I am praying that one day we will be able to talk to Colonel La Chica para matapos na ho ito. Iniiwan ho natin parang hanging po yung question. Matatapos na po tayo dito sa hostile witness, babalik na tayo sa witnesses ng prosecutors. Hindi pa natin narinig si Colonel La Chica. Mr. Presiding Officer, yun lang po.
The manifestation is noted, but as earlier ruled by the presiding officer, we cannot compel either party to call a witness. However, after the presentation of the party's evidence in chief, the court may exercise its discretion to call a witness based on the Supreme Court ruling cited by the chair earlier. That time will come should Colonel La Chica not be called by either party. So ordered. Just a few questions, Mr. Antonio. To wind up, kayo po ang nagsagot o sumagot sa lahat ng AUM, notice of suspension at notice of disallowance. Tama po?
Yes, I'm one of the signatories po.
Wala po doon sa AOM o kahit anong notice of suspension at disallowance, yung issue tungkol sa mga alias sa acknowledgement receipt, na-raise po ba yun doon?
It was not raised in any of the observations from COA, sir.
So hindi nyo kinailangan sagutin yun?
We did not answer, sir.
Did not need to answer because there was no question posed.
Yes, Your Honor.
There was no issue also raised by COA with respect to spending it for 11 days. Correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Wala rin kayong kailangan sagutin kaugnay nun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, the notice of disallowance, for the 3 quarters of 2023, it was disallowed dahil base sa testimonya ni Gina Acosta, binigay niya yung pera kay Colonel La Chica. Tama po ba?
That's one of the observations po, Your Honor.
It's not an observation anymore, Mr. Antonio. It's a notice of disallowance.
Disallowance. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
So, sa tingin ng COA, bawal, illegal, hindi sangayon sa JC 2015-1 yung pagbigay ni Gina Acosta kay La Chica.
Based on the notice of disallowance, Your Honor, it indicates na the transfer from one agency to another, sir.
Kayo po, alam niyo po ba yun na binigay ni Gina Acosta yung huling quarter ng 2022 at 3 quarter ng 2023 kay Colonel La Chica lahat?
At the time, sir, no, I did not, sir.
At the time na binigay niya o at the time na nangyari na?
At the time na nangyari lahat, sir, I would have no personal knowledge, sir.
Hindi, pero nung ginawa mo yung AOM, unang sagot sa AOM, alam mo na binigay ni Gina kay La Chica?
Yes, sir, because they were introduced as the special
So
officer.
October mo nang nalaman na binigay lahat ni Gina La Chica, October 2023, nung sinagot mo yung unang AOM para sa huling quarter ng 2022, doon mo palang nalaman na binigay lahat ni Gina kay La Chica yung pera.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Now, is La Chica an accountable officer based on the definition of the JC?
Based on the JC, sir, he's not an accountable officer, sir. It's the SDO.
And that is the reason why his signature does not appear in any of the documents submitted by the Vice President in relation to the AOM, NS, and Notice of Disallowance. Dahil hindi naman siya empleyado ng OVP, di ba?
Yes, sir. He's not an employee, sir. Although he's designated as the security officer.
Is that allowed, designating someone as a security officer who's not an employee of the office and being given that much money to disburse?
Sir, based on my understanding, sir, on the JC, when I read it, sir, there's no specific guideline, sir, on who to designate as security officer. But there is a provision po, sir, that the head of agency may designate a security officer to implement different programs and activities.
Now, you keep on mentioning that La Chica implemented and that Acosta disbursed. Ano pong definition nyo ng implement?
Implement, sir, would be to perform the different activities on the ground, sir.
Which entails what? How will he perform the different activities on the ground in relation to confidential funds?
Possible, sir, to coordinate with the different informants or agents, sir. Yun po yung pwede kong mabigay na information, sir.
Mr. Antonio, sa
Understanding.
mga salitang perform at coordinate, saan po doon yung paggastos ng confidential fund? Perform, coordinate. Yun ang definition mo na implement.
Yes, sir.
Oh, asan doon? Ba't binigay kay Colonel Lachica yung pera at ba't siya gumastos kung perform at coordinate lang pala? Did Colonel Lachica spend the money?
I would say so, sir, that being the implementer of the different activities, sir, he spent the money for the different confidential activities.
So Colonel Lachica disbursed the money for various confidential activities.
I would say, sir, na he implemented the different activities, sir.
Mr. Antonio, nasa spent na tayo. Binago ko lang ng konting disburse, bumalik ka na naman sa implement eh. Again, spent, disbursed. It means the same thing. Ang
Sir,
gumastos na ng pera na binigay ni Gina, si Colonel Lachica o mga tauhan niya.
Sir, based on my understanding, sir, it's Miss Gina Acosta who disbursed the fund, sir. And then si Colonel Lachica po yung implement or conduct ng mga confidential activities.
Hindi
on the ground.
nagbayad si Colonel Lachica?
Part of his duties as the implementer, sir, nagbayad
Mabayad.
siya doon sa mga...
So is it your theory that Gina disbursed to Lachica as an end user?
Yun po yung ano ko, sir. That's my understanding po, sir.
Kung
on
end
that.
user si Lachica, bakit niya binawi yung acknowledgement receipt niya nung nagbigay na siya ng mga acknowledgement receipt para sa di umano binayaran niya? Hindi ba dapat tinago niya yun? Kasi nag-disburse si Gina, tinanggap ni Lachica. Kung siya ang end user, tama lang na may acknowledgement receipt siya, ba't niya binawi? Ba't hindi tinago sa file?
Sir, in terms of binawi po yung AR, sir,
Ni Lachica?
I do not know of that, sir, because
That's what Gina said.
the AR, sir, were given to me by Miss Gina, and then that's what I submitted
Mr.
to the
Antonio,
Commission on Audit.
the ARs of the various aliases na binanggit, yung kanina pa sinasabi, ng iba't ibang apelido, kasama yung apelido ko, yun yung sinubmit ni Colonel Lachica. Ayon kay Gina, nagbigay siya ng pera kay Colonel Lachica at bilang katibayan, nagbigay na acknowledgement receipt si Colonel Lachica. Pero nung nagbigay siya ng mga acknowledgement receipt at liquidation, binawi daw ni Colonel Lachica yung acknowledgement receipt. So wala kang kopya ng acknowledgement receipt ni Lachica?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. Ang pagkakaalam ko, sir, is that I got the box with acknowledgement receipt, sir, from the special disbursing officer. And
So
that's
you're
what
not aware of any acknowledgement receipt signed by Lachica?
No, sir.
So if Gina disbursed to him, ba't hindi mo hinanap yung acknowledgement receipt kay Lachica?
Sir, the request, sir, was for the DEPs for the
No.
implementation,
If your
sir.
theory is dinisburse kay Latsika, in-implement ni Latsika, hindi ba kailangan may papel yung dinisbursan na tinanggap niya yung pera?
Sir, I did not request for it anymore, sir.
As a final question, sir, so this is your story. You placed in the PAP, or you know that what they placed in the PAP, Good Governance Program, Socioeconomic Delivery Program, pero gagastusin yung confidential fund para sa informants, para tiyakin na ligtas ang ikalawang Pangulo saan man siya magpunta sa bansa, kaugnay ng trabaho niya, at ginamit itong confidential fund para bumili ng impormasyon, pera binigay para ipambili ng pagkain, ng silya, ng computer, ng gamot, kapalit ay impormasyon para matiyak ang kaligtasan ng VP at napatunayang matagumpay yon dahil walang nangyaring masama sa ating Vice Presidente hanggang ngayon. Yan po yung buod summary ng paggamit ng confidential fund ng OVP base sa inyong presentasyon.
Sir, with due respect, sir, just
You can correct me, sir.
just one correction lang po,
Yes,
sir. It's for the to ensure that the activities of the OVP will be implemented safely and that no untoward na mga mangyayari in the performance of walang mangyayari sa mga different activities ng OVP. That's what I
Walang
understand.
mangyayaring masama sa kanya at dun sa makikilahok. That's an accepted
For the office and the sir, for the people who will be, say for example, attending mga events, sir.
Kaya hindi lang kay VP, pati sa mga taong makikilahok dun sa event para ligtas silang lahat doon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yan po yung sinabi sa inyo ni Colonel Latsika na rason kung bakit siya namigay ng pera sa iba't ibang informant sa pamamagitan ng reward o pera pambili ng gamot, ng silya, ng computer, ng pagkain.
Yes, Your Honor.
That would be all, Mr. Tonyo. Senator Judge Zubiri, to avail of the first round.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I was not going to ask any more questions. I won't be asking a question to the witness, more to address the court. Can we make, because this is a recurring theme, halos sa lahat ng mga testigo, ang sinasabi po nila at minsan mga tanong ng prosecution or defense and prosecution ay ito bang finding ng COA, hindi pa siya final. It is yet under my motion for reconsideration. Ika nga, binanggit nga kanina ng ating testigo. Can this court make representation with the COA? If possible, during the duration of this trial, so that we may be guided as judges. Can they make their finding already with finality? Who knows? They may say na wala namang nangyaring kalokohan. Itong article ay tapos na. Pag sinabi naman talaga nila ay masyadong glaring yung mga violations, then tayo bilang mga judges will also be clarified kung meron talagang misuse of funds. Kasi yung arbiter talaga nito is COA. Diba? Lahat ng misuse of funds ng government agencies, it is the COA that makes that determination. And then before it is taken up to another court, which is Sandigan Bayan, the Ombudsman. Pero sana po, Mr. Presiding Officer, this is an appeal to the COA. I know there is what you call the due process for the parties, but I think the filing for the motion for consideration was done a few months ago, or I think it was in 2000. The findings came out 2024 or 2025. Medyo matagal na. And if there was a motion for reconsideration on the part of the Vice President, maybe it will be prudent that they already come up with a decision of finality, Mr. Presiding Officer, and copy furnish this impeachment court because it will be very important. Kasi ang sagot palagi ng testigo, may motion for consideration pa kami. Hindi pa final po yan, Your Honors. So, for the guidance of each and every one of us here, may we appeal to the Commission on Audit, I'm sure they're listening, can they already come out with finality on this issue so that we may be guided by the arbiter, the final arbiter when it comes to issues of misuse of funds. Yun lang po, Mr.
By
Presiding
way of
Officer.
reply, Senator Judge Zubiri, the Commission on Audit is an independent constitutional commission, and I doubt if we would be well within our rights to compel them, similar to a mandamus, to act one way or the other on this matter. Secondly,
That's why it is a request, Mr.
I
Presiding
think the
Officer.
period
Yes.
to file an appeal under 45 or under 65 by certiorari of the ruling of the COA Commission and Bank has not yet lapsed, and the period to file a reconsideration has not yet lapsed too. It is yet to be, the respondent, I think, has until October to file a motion for reconsideration. So it's not yet in the hands of the commission at this point in time. But having said that, thirdly,
Yes, Mr. Presiding.
there are cases decided by the Supreme Court to the effect that a final determination of COA is not necessary for a case to be heard and tried. So this does not preclude the impeachment court, if at all, from deciding based on available evidence in regard to the impeached articles of impeachment pending before us.
Pero Mr. Presiding Officer, napakabigat na mga akusasyon na binabanggit natin dito na yung araw na ito sa Vice Presidente. Napakabigat. That's not that way on to the Commission, although it's an independent body, that prudence dictates that they must act with of course, following the what you call due process. Kung October, sinasabi nga natin, di nga ito matatapos ng December. So it is well within the period. I myself, as one of the judges of this impeachment court, want to see the final observation report or findings of the Commission on Audit. That is an appeal to them. As I said, we cannot compel them. They are a independent constitutional branch of government. But for example, budget season starts next week. They will come. Maybe we can ask that question to them. How long will it take before this finding comes out? Because we want to know. I cannot make that. It's very difficult sometimes to make a decision without the final decision made by the Commission on Audit. I think it would be very important, Your Honor. Just putting that on the record. Thank you.